May 25th, 2025, in the year of our Lord. We are here. We have made it for another episode of High Off the Glass. I am so happy to be doing this episode today. I think the audience is hyped. Whoa. All right. Audience is hyped in the mug. I love to see it. Okay, so look. Sometimes in life, right, there's a lot more important things going on other than sports, other than basketball, even though basketball is the greatest sport ever invented. Thank you, Dr. James Naismith. But we had a catastrophic tornado rip through the city of St. Louis here last Friday. And the thing about this is we get tornadoes in Missouri all the time, but they don't usually hit the city. I'm praying for London, Kentucky. That rural area got completely wiped out, and here in the city, we got pretty decimated. And there were folks that lost their power for days on end. Luckily, my people in the West End, they got their stuff back within 2 days. And my guest here, his neighborhood was hit pretty significantly. Like the North City in St. Louis got trashed by this tornado, and instead of waiting for other people to come help, this man got on his soapbox and he got on basically the corner of his street at West Florissant and Fair and asked his friends, asked his community cohorts, and asked neighbors to come help, and people did, and people came up and they showed out. And I am blessed. This man is the starter of Get Up and Do Something. Wait, what is it? Get Up and.
That's my cue, huh?
Right? No. I want to get the name right.
No, the Go Do Something Great Foundation.
This man is the founder of the Go Do Something Great Foundation. I am so happy to have Mr. Sequoi is on our show today. Is on High Off the Glass. Mr. Sequoi, how are you, sir?
Oh, my brother, I am blessed.
That's what's up.
My heart is filled with all of these people that came out with all these blessings.
Oh, bruh. It was so much. Like, it was the turnout from the people was outstanding. It will renew your sense of humanity. Yeah. I see my boy Rebel has jumped in on the IG. Rebel, get your ass up here. He is on his way. He's taking care of some stuff right now. But this is how I got down, right? I'll just give you my little quick thing before we get into you. I saw what happened. I was free. I had time on my hands, so I went down to my touchdown, which is Cola Lounge, right over here on the south side. Yeah. Hollered at my boy B. Brennan, who is a proprietor.
My boy Brennan, shout him out.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got to shout B out. B is also too. Make sure y'all.
Man, you got to get over to his location over there on Cherokee.
That's what I'm about to do.
You got to
make sure, because they are a sponsor of High Off the Glass. So make sure you guys support STL Cannabis Club and the Cola Lounge over on Cherokee Street. Like I said, my boy B, also known as Brennan England, he is a proprietor. That man is Community 101. Like, that dude is all about it. If it's the south side where he's at, if it's the north side, west side, east side, South County, that man is going to be all over it. You know what I'm saying? What up, Sequoi? How you living, money? Was hoping you could join us. Oh, yeah, you over there. I thought you was Siraj. But, yeah, it was so I touched down with him. I wanted to help, and I wasn't sure where to go. Big J was saying West Florissant and Fair. So I was gonna hit that up.
Shout out to my boy.
You know what I'm saying? So and Big J, we got to shout out John Michael. This man is heavy off into community doing this thing at
Solutions.
Yeah, I mean at Java over on Manchester. My man is doing this thing, and JMR Solutions. If you need an answer to a problem, he'll get it for you. So like Big J was telling me West Florissant and Fair. I was like, okay, cool. I go over. I'm already on the south side. So I'm like, let me tap in with BC, what he talking about? He's saying West Florissant and Fair, where Black Men Build is. And I'm like, okay, well, bet. That's where I'm going. He tells me he gives me some loot that was given to him. He says, go buy gloves and masks. I go do that. He gives me another bag to give you. I go do that, and I show up. I see Big J doing his thing, and I see this young man, Mr. Sequoi, who is running everything from where the volunteers go to help at, to where you can get fed at, to where we're going to get more supplies from, to where we're going to, whatever is needed at the time, Sequoi was all over it because this is his baby. This is get up and do something good. This is, did I say it right?
Nope.
I did. Fuck, I knew it. This is
Go do something great.
go do something great. This is his organization. Goddamn, I'm gonna get that right. I should have asked you not hours, minutes before the show started.
But that's the point, though. It's not about the organization.
Yeah.
It's about how we organize.
Right. And the thing that before we learn about you, the thing that I loved about it, bruh, is just you holding court out there, but you're also directing people on this needs to go here, this needs to go there, da 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 da. So, give me to let the folks know. Give me a background on yourself, like why. First off, where you from?
I'm a St. Louis native.
Okay, born
you
and raised.
know it, man. It's
Okay.
my team.
Born and raised in
I
the
help
spot.
pick out the mascots.
Okay, that's
man.
what's up. What part of St. Louis you from?
I'm from the north side.
Okay, bet.
The greatest country on earth, St. Louis. Yeah, but I'm from the north side, man. I grew up actually around Lee and Shreve.
Okay.
So a very, very dangerous area, man.
Oh, okay.
So I learned pretty early on, man, that life is about mutual respect.
Right.
You learn how to treat people, you'll get a lot further in life.
Definitely.
But you won't ever learn that without experience.
Yes, yes, sir.
Just like everybody else, my grandma made sure we was up in some church, so we're going to always make sure that we thank the Lord first.
Always. I came from it today. Thank you, God.
You know it, man. Also want to make sure that we shout out everybody that's been working with us, like Siraj.
Oh, yeah. We got
I know we shouting out BMB, man. And,
No doubt.
Black Man Reed, Keon, my boy.
Yeah.
We got to shout out Adrian. We got to shout out Siraj. We got to shout out Brennan again.
Right.
A lot of these guys are who I grew up with.
Right.
I've known Adrian since before I had a mustache.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Siraj were teenage friends.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
bad.
when something happened like this, it allowed me to just call on people I actually knew on
Right.
a very personal level.
Yeah.
Me and John go back a few decades. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Same with me and him. Okay.
Yeah,
And help me
yeah.
out with this. So, like, okay, you're born and raised North City. What is this? And you get this from a lot of. This is kind of like a general question, but you get this from a lot of St. Louis folks, man. And me being from the East Coast, now I've been here about 24 years, so I see it all the time and I get it. Yeah. But like, explain to these folks, like, what is up with the just the super sick? Oh, there he is, bet. Our next guest,
my boy.
he is joined. We are joined. You all know who it is. It's
my guy.
high pressure growers. One of the best cultivators here in the city. If you need some greenery, you need to hit them up. What up, Playboy? My man. High pressure growers. One of the biggest stars, Taylor, who is keeping the brand going. You talk about someone who was always in the community. That's this brother right here. So and this man made time last minute. Hit up Sequoi, told Sequoi earlier this week. Asked this man yesterday, and he was able to make time to jump on the show today. Yo, everybody, give it up for Taylor, man. Taylor's in the building.
My boy.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you tapping in with me and inviting me out, man. Last minute, I had to make it make sense. I definitely had some plans today. I was supposed to be at the core show,
Right.
but it kind of rained out, so I didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? And
I hear you.
I made it through, and then I got a balloon release this evening for a family member. So it's
Bet.
just a lot going on, man, in the city.
I appreciate you, Taylor, wedging this in, and people like you. Are we doing it right now? Okay, bet.
Do this right now.
Are we doing it right now?
Yeah, we walked into it. Might as well.
Is this what it is? Okay. First time on Half the Glass, we doing shots out this mug. So yeah, and like Sequoi said, it's been a long week.
It's been a
so
long week.
Right on.
That's right.
Nah,
Infused with alcohol. Throw that back. Ooh, that tastes like vacation.
Yes.
So, like, real talk, Taylor, you are just as important to this equation as Sequoi is. Every time there's some stuff going on in the city, Black Men Build is right there, and that's
Absolutely.
you. That's you. That's Siraj. That's Big J. So, and I cannot wait.
Shout out to the organization.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? And tell the people when the next meeting is, because I will be at that mug.
The next meeting is Monday. We're going to be having
Tomorrow, right?
Yes, tomorrow.
There we go.
Men's Circle.
Yeah, we will have the men's circle. That's going to be at the CIC building on the corner of Sarah Avenue and Forest Park. So anybody that wants to come out there, show up and show some support, man.
Sarah Ave and Forest Park Parkway.
Forest Park Parkway.
Bet.
Try to get there at 6:45. But it'll be refreshments. This is for all men of all ages.
Right on.
Especially for us.
Bet.
As a culture. So this is a place where you can let your hair down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can come hear what other brothers going through. You ain't alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you're going through anything,
that'd be the thing.
Come on out and tap in with us. And we talk about a lot of different things.
Yeah,
so,
I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? And
that, that's
us as a culture, we've been through a lot of trauma.
Preach.
So
that's
one of them places where you can come and talk
definitely
and
no drama.
really help you, motivate you, and get you through what you're going through. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, definitely that, and it's a safe space to get it out.
Yes.
And one thing that we've been pushing, especially due to all of the disasters that's been going on, you don't know who you're in the room with.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us found out that, man, you got a roofer to live on your street. You have a mechanic that stays a couple of blocks down. So I think that one of the first steps we need to do is start getting back to community.
No doubt.
Is finding out who's in your community.
No doubt. And finding out who's who. No
Yeah.
doubt. Let me ask you this, because and Taylor, you could probably answer this too, because we're gonna get into your organization as well, because Black Men Build, I've been super impressed with them. But Sequoi, this is the question I was gonna ask you as Taylor was walking in. What is, and Taylor, you definitely can answer this too. What is it with the pride of being a St. Louisan? Like, people that are from St. Louis, like, y'all rep a soccer team that y'all don't give two shits about. You know what I'm saying? But y'all rep it because it say St. Louis and it's down, it's played downtown. Like, y'all rep the city so tough. Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Why is that?
Well, you got to understand, it's something you can't take from you. Wherever you're from, can't nobody take that from you at all. No matter what it becomes, no matter what you become, the one thing you can say is that's mine. That's one of the first things I said when I walked in. I'm from the greatest country on earth, St. Louis. We a whole country of our own, man.
Damn right.
Yeah, that's definitely what make you, you know what I'm saying, where you come from. You know what I'm saying? And, man, we just knowing the history of this city and East St. Louis as well, you know what I'm saying? And like the culture and just being, right there on the borderline of freedom. Yeah. Illinois was a free state. Yeah. A lot of people came up here from the South, Jim Crow. So a lot of things came through St. Louis, East St. Louis, back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That we don't talk about or even pronounced in history today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or no book. So
and a lot of that is that's the stuff that I do with
but our ancestors, our
shit.
family members, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature have stories that they didn't told us and passed down the line through generation.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff has been lost, and definitely, man, you know what I'm saying? That's definitely part of it. Us as a culture and moving up north. You know what I'm saying? Definitely has St. Louis is a mound city for sure. You know what I'm saying? Mound.
Absolutely.
Mound City. That's another
Look, that's one of the reasons
connection.
why, as a profession, I'm a professional actor. All the activism stuff, all the art that I do, everything else is based off being an actor, and that's mainly because it's all storytelling. A lot of the times I work with Black-owned theater companies, and they tell you about Bronzeville and all of these different cities that Black people owned that were torn off the map just through time, racism, and lack of development.
Right.
Thanks.
So one of the things that we were looking at was the Jefferson Bank protests.
Okay.
They had people that were coming out all day that wouldn't hire Black people just because of where they were. So when St. Louis decides to say something about what they're doing, it's because they also know their own history. We know that we're the last state to free the slaves in Missouri, but did you know that the Mary Meacham Freedom Crossing site is the exact site that the slaves crossed? So they literally go down on 28 North Grand and cross the Mississippi River once you get all the way to Broadway and swim to East St. Louis.
Who does it? Who does this?
This is what the slaves had to do.
Oh, no doubt.
Missouri was the last state to free the slaves.
Yes, it was.
But we now know the location was the Mary Meacham Freedom Crossing location.
And right across the water.
In Kirkwood.
No. 28 North Grand. Yep, it's attached to the Great Rivers Greenways.
So why is Meacham Park over there though?
No, not Mary Meacham, not Meacham Park. Mary Meacham Freedom Crossing.
Oh.
That's an actual site that's in North City. It can't be too far from the river.
Okay.
Because you have to use the river to get from Missouri to Illinois.
Okay.
And that's where your freedom lies.
See, man, the rich history here is so deep. But before we get into that, I gotta do some type of origin story.
Oh yeah.
Because Taylor, I'm gonna get one with you, even though we did that before. Because Taylor's a returning member, to guest of High Off the Glass. But Sequoi, so you're born and raised here. What was the household back in the day?
Oh man, my great grandmother actually worked for President Jimmy Carter's wife.
Hell no. What?
So when I was in about the 3rd grade, my mom decided she wanted to homeschool me, and my great grandmother decided that she wanted to kind of take me around the country with her. So she started a group called Edwards Travels and Edwards Tour Groups.
How old were you?
Like 8.
What?
Yeah, they started early. I ain't really had no options.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, look, I'm 8 years old on a bus without a bathroom. Like, hello, old ladies. If you got to use the bathroom, let me know because there ain't one on the bus.
Wow. Edwards Travels? Mm-hmm. So was she started a travel agency?
She did. She was like, look, grandson, I'm retired, and my friend got a bus. We trying to go to Tunica. We trying to go to Reno. We trying to go to Branson. We trying to go, and she took me to every cut that the world had to offer.
What year was this?
Oh man, this was all in the 90s.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm the smallest dude on earth out here.
What in the world?
I got a chance to see a lot.
Okay.
Like even the stuff I couldn't be involved with, I got to see so much. I learned how to write checks. I learned the process of how to treat people and how to pay employees. Yeah, because I got to watch it firsthand.
Right.
So with that being said, was kind of out of school until about the 9th grade.
Okay.
Then I was a drop in. I ain't drop out, but I dropped in every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
That's different. Damn right.
Yeah, but by then, though, it's a whole different world. Everybody out here selling dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody got pistols and riding around. So I got in school. I started doing a lot of music.
Wait, so go back a tick. So you went to high school here?
Yeah, I went to a few high schools. I kept getting what's the word I want to use?
Told to ask to leave?
Well, different circumstances.
Right.
Yeah, no.
I know how that went. It happened to me.
So, but the main part was I was able to get an education.
Okay.
Not necessarily through only a scholastic manner.
Right, because you learn by you basically learned on the job.
Yeah.
Like you had on the job.
I learned how people work early.
Right.
Yeah, one thing that people do is they find themselves relatable because we all have the same exact needs. The only thing that we do different is the stuff that we want. You need your family to be okay. You need to be able to go to sleep and know that you're not going to be waking up to a crazy disaster.
Right.
You need to be able to provide, and you need to be able to relax.
No doubt.
So once I started learning the fundamentals of what everybody needed, I started working real hard and put myself in a position that I could be an artist. I ain't gonna be no starving artist.
No doubt. Okay, so quick question. You said it was your grandmother that you were with.
Yes.
Where was mom and dad?
I want to shout out Inez Edwards, who has her own day of the year, which was actually 2 days ago, May 23rd.
That's your grandmother's day?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yep, I got the proclamation. I'll bring it in one day. We take some pictures.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Gotta celebrate her. So what about mom and dad? Where were they at?
Oh, man, my mom was being the best mom out of all moms that ever could be around moms, even with everybody else, mom included, if there was a vote. You already know the line the longest for her.
Right.
But she was pretty much doing the same stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We were all kind of involved with it. It was a
Was she with
business,
y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not like that, but my mom decided to get into real estate.
Okay.
So she got her broker's license and her agent's license. And since I was already out of school, she was like, all right, now during some of these days, I'm going to start teaching you how to do this. We go to houses, we do trash out, show what it looked like to get them cleared out. We start taking pictures of properties so that they can be listed.
Wow.
So I got the ins and outs of how that worked.
Yeah.
At the same time, while watching cartoons and hearing Lex Luthor say, land is always a good investment because they're not making no more of it.
No doubt. Shout out Gene Hackman, rest in peace.
Come on, boy. Tell it to my boy.
Yep, definitely.
So.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was kind of I got a very close-knit family because my family's not real big.
Right.
But they're reliable.
Yeah.
And that's what you need, so.
So basically, you didn't have the constraints of going to a classroom setting every day. You basically were learning, having on-the-job training, watching your grandmother start a real estate business. Now you're watching your mother start a real estate business, and watching your grandmother start a traveling agency where y'all actually traveled the country.
Yeah, and that was after working with the president.
This wildish. Do you hear this shit? T?
Yeah, my grandmother was big on women's rights. They had something called the Downtowners.
Okay.
Where, like I was saying earlier, like the Jefferson Bank protests, even working in all of the elections. To this day, I volunteer or work at the elections just because it was something my grandma showed me.
Yeah.
The whole thing is, bro, it's chess, not checkers.
Right.
Go. She told me how to play early.
Go ahead, T.
Oh, man, we just, that let us know, like, seeing different places. Like, I've been in different places. Like, I got family unions, like, from the South, and just seeing the different cities. But like St. Louis, it's just always different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I was proud of it. And then my relatives from different cities be like, say this, say that. You know what I'm saying? When I come to their city, all type of different things. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. A lot of the stuff we. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say gatekeep a whole, but like we created a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying?
No
and it affected the culture as a whole, and different cities and stuff liked it and ran with it for sure. And not only that, just like he said. Just to add to it, the civil rights and stuff like that, the reason why we still have, you know what I'm saying, what our ancestors fought for back in the day on the north side is still there. You know, it ain't been gentrified. It ain't been, you know what I'm saying? Like, we still got that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And through this is definitely a test.
Hell yeah.
What we going through right now.
Look, and while you saying that too, bro, I want to say big shout outs to Alderwoman Marty Peoples.
Okay.
She out there in Kinlock rebuilding.
Gotta love Kinlock.
Big shout out to Alderwoman Daniela Velasquez. She been flooding the north side with everything we needed doing all of this. And big shout out to Maxie. I see my guy out there.
Shout them people out, because those are the real life people that are actually doing this and are kicking in and helping people get shit that they need at this at this very trying time. You know what I'm saying? And tapping, robbing Peter to give to Paul and giving back to Peter and whoop this, that, and the third. Yeah. All right, Taylor, give me yours real quick, man. Give me because I'm gonna jump back to Sequoi in a minute. You, I know you born and raised here.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, that's what's up.
Man. And it's crazy. I was born on the street that Sequoi was set up at, pretty much.
Yep.
Stop playing.
Yeah, he was right over there.
I'm on the 20 side or the 2100 side, but definitely on Fair. 2038 East Fair.
That's the exact difference between one side of Fair and another one is when you go across the street.
Yeah. Go across
as soon as you cross the street on West Florida side.
Wow. Yep. Okay, that's what's up.
So like almost less than a block away for real. So yeah.
Across the street.
Literally across the street. Less than a block, just across the street.
That's the one thing about St. Louis, boy. It don't matter who people are, and people already have connections, either being born in the same vicinity, knowing such and such, and you could be on the south side, they could be on the west. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying? But okay, T, tell me about the household. Like, what was the parents?
Oh man, it was beautiful, man. A lot of women in my family, right? Okay. So it was always a hospitality event going on at grandma's house, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? She had 20, 30 people over, and she be always in the kitchen cooking. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
And everybody be doing their own thing, having conversation, enjoying themselves, engaging with one another. So, definitely seeing family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then also just being around those that, in the neighborhood too. Right. So, you get a little bit of both worlds, you know what I'm saying? See how the family is, then you see your community and, you know what I'm saying, the street life a little bit too, playing around. That's definitely back then when you had to get outside and ride your bike.
No doubt.
Go to the park. Yeah. It wasn't no game always.
It wasn't no staying in the house all damn day.
Nah,
no doubt. Okay.
Definitely.
So like the household was you and was your mom's and grandma, or was it grandma? What was
so it's different parts of my life. I definitely stayed with different parents, and definitely mostly my childhood, but definitely with my grandparents. So
that's what's up.
Young adulthood, things of that nature.
I know you. I remember us talking in the past. Like, I know you had a rocky relationship with your dad and shit. But I know when he passed, it kind of got to you.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was definitely different. I definitely didn't. What I'm saying, he wasn't everyday part of the life of mine, but definitely was definitely there a phone call away, I would say.
I'm gonna do a shot to your old dude if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, he was a hell of a guy in the
not like that,
but
firefighting
industry.
I told you.
Yeah, because he was a firefighter.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
So he did a lot
my grandma knew his dad.
He did a lot for the black firefighter hood. My old dude did 34, 35 years in the fire department here in St. Louis. City of St. Louis.
Yeah.
He was battalion chief.
How did your grandmother knew him?
Yeah, my grandma, while she was out there fighting the political side, they always would have to work directly with the fire department to get clearance for everything that they did.
Yeah, we was fighting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everything that our people fought for at North Side.
Yeah.
To get us, you know what I'm saying? Like, we fought for that politically. Like, cause on the South Side, they had took away money. They had put up bills and defund the North Side. You know what I'm saying? And we voted that down. That's why I say voting matters.
Right. Right.
Voting is basically, you know what I'm saying? That's politics, right? So, but what is politics, or what is, you know what I'm saying? What is that? That's basically blood without war shed. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, this is why I could tell why both of y'all
war without blood. So
y'all are doing what y'all seen. Like, you have family that was heavy, that was into the streets, but you also have family that was, getting shit done.
I definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
and give me a minute to get my boy his flowers too, man. You know, man, this my main guy. I literally, Taylor is one of the top 10 people in my call list for anything that I need in life in general.
Wow, same. I feel you.
Look, bro, I got a picture of us 2 years ago doing a cleanup when Shamim was still running.
Okay, damn. See there?
Who's Shamim? Fill me in. Who that?
Shamim Clark Hubbard is one of the
aldermen. I forgot what district or what.
Yeah, she's over by she's in North. Delmar, maybe?
I thought
she's Delmar, yeah. I think she's Delmar.
Yeah, she's like Central.
Yeah, but shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to her out. She was at my old dude funeral too. You know what I'm saying? My old dude definitely knew a lot of people.
Wow.
So,
and he was a fire chief?
Man, he had people from everywhere.
He was a well-known and respected fire chief.
Well known. Only thing is, my old dude, like I say, he was in them clubs and the boys, so he wasn't no family dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was a Rolling Stone. I give him that. You know what I'm saying? It's about 8 of us. So,
right.
Long story short,
he was into the late. But
you couldn't tell him shit about that fire. You know what I'm saying? As far as smoke, I don't know if you know when smoke detectors came out, but like, he made sure every black family or every in the North Side had a smoke detector in their
That's
house.
What's up.
Knocking door to door, making sure.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Them shit save lives, yo.
For sure.
Them shit save lives.
For sure. So, and new technology, we looking like we don't want that in our house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't need that.
Right.
But it was definitely, you know what I'm saying, definitely a necessary need and just part of just evolution with technology.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got
making sure we had that.
You got family, no doubt. You got family that was into the streets, but you had family that was actually pushing us as black folks forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seemed like, and that's the common thread between both of y'all. Y'all had family members that were pushing the culture forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, T.
No, I'm listening to you.
No, that's one of the things that kind of got to push forward. That's why I said I still wanted to make sure I wanted to shout you out. Because, bro, I see you outside. I see, you know me, bro. You know how my rules be. I'm like, wait.
That way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but I'm like.
That go over here.
This go.
Yeah, I definitely do what I can to engage, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Definitely in the community when I can, for sure. And definitely through the organization, like I say, a Black Men Build has helped me in so many ways in doing so. And also just tapping in with brothers like Sequoi. Like, we not only tapped in that way, it's so other ways.
Yeah.
And St. Louis so divided, like it's so many ways, like it's so small.
Yeah.
Especially us, this is a small city, so we really small. And then just look at the statistics and just they like, crime done went down because we didn't kill each other over the last 4 or 5 years.
Over bullshit.
We didn't kill this 1,000 of the little guys is gone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that just part of our population is leaving. It's just like where the leadership at.
Right.
And everybody, like you said, we proud also, but we also a city for ourselves. A lot of people don't, you know what I'm saying, they looking just for the benefits of, you know what I'm saying, themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't.
That's the difference of putting the work in. That's what I'm saying, dog. A lot of people will come out. We was out there 7 days, this week, 7 days straight, at least 12 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the difference between who came out for 2 hours and spent an hour taking pictures.
I know
talk
the
about
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Talk about that.
I mean, but that ain't the point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like dudes come out there for the photo op because they want to show it.
Yeah.
Here's the real thing.
Yeah.
As soon as the tornadoes hit, my neighbors is like, look at all of these people driving right past our house.
Yeah.
Taking pictures but won't get out and help.
Bro, like, what type of shit? Like literally, that's the type of shit we was dealing with.
That's when it went.
But to be honest though, on a side note, it's been a lot of people definitely coming together though and helping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I shout out to everybody that definitely has. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's been
Yeah.
whatever you could, whether it been a little bit of time or dropping off some water or buying your pieces with your own money and just making sure people good down there. Yeah. You know, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to some brother named Ryan. I ain't meet you good. But all down West Florissant, people was putting trash right on the corner.
Yeah.
They collect their bags up. They collect their boxes.
Yeah.
This dude pulled up out of nowhere with just a white pickup truck.
Yeah.
Was like, "What's up, man? My name Ryan. If y'all got any trash, put it right here on the corner. I'm gonna come pick up all the trash at the end of the night and throw it away."
Throw it away.
And he did.
And he did it.
Wow.
Just 7 seconds worth of
wow.
conversation. Hey, y'all, I ain't got much to help. I ain't got no money to give. I ain't about to donate no waters.
Right.
But I see a need for everybody over here. I don't know if you lived over there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're from the community.
Yeah.
But that's the St. Louis part.
Yeah.
They're like, bro, nah, bro, we all on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody grandma from where you from.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Dope. I got a question for both of y'all. And T, I want you to answer first. Do you remember a particular event, like something? There you go, do that. Do you remember like a particular event, something that happened in your life? Same question to you, where it made you want to be, you know, so community as you are. Was there like a certain thing that happened, and you saw how the elders reacted to it, or whatever it could be, how you reacted to it, and it made you want to be doing what you're doing now?
Ooh, I can't say no one particular moment because a lot of them. You know what I'm saying, different aspects, because, you know, you go through different things,
right? But
you'll always be like, damn, you know, that what made me. So I can't say just one specific thing that made me who I am that way, you know, besides that village that I come from, I guess you could say, and that, you know, people I looked up to.
Right.
But I was just wanting to be myself, too. So, you know, that's definitely my creativity and just being kind and also just building, man. I ain't trying to destroy I'm trying to be positive, man. I know what I'm capable of. Yeah. But long as it ain't, you know, I gotta critically think, and like I say, black men build. Definitely here to meet the moment.
Yeah, no, that's what y'all doing. Huh? We gonna
like
get
I
it.
Say, I ain't no selfish person, man.
Yeah.
I see things as a whole, and you know, I'm definitely gonna look out for myself, of course, and make sure that's accumulated or whatever. But if I can give back and do things out the genuineness of my heart, you know what I'm saying? That's a priceless thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't pay for that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for people just like that.
Yeah,
that's real.
They are.
And brother Sequoi definitely is. I can vouch for him. I can drop my bag or leave something or do whatever. I know he ain't gonna take from me. I know he ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? Because I know where we at. You know what I'm saying? We ain't thinking about a little small come up or, you know, trying to pick, like you said earlier, and things of that nature. We see the whole picture as a whole. So
hey, look, you just made me think about a story too.
Hold up, before you say that, I gotta say this. To piggyback off what you said earlier about him, you know, you can call him. I feel the same way. Like I can send this man a text or a call. He will either answer or get back to me as soon as he can, and he will either answer my question or find out what the answer is. So I appreciate him for that. But I want you to answer the question first before you get into that story.
It's part of it.
Go ahead.
It's because it's kind of the same answer. It's so many little influences throughout the whole time that it seemed like it's almost natural to just, it's in me to want to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't got it in me to watch it happen. I can't just sit back and watch it happen, bro.
That just reminds me of a time, a direct story I could tell you after he get in.
Yeah, but literally, dog, I was going to say, shout out Black Man Bill, shout out Siraj, shout out Phil. Come on, Phil Agnew, that's my boy.
Damn right. Give me that story.
Straight up, come on, man.
Give me that story.
So here go the story, and big shout out to Siraj. Siraj got a flat tire at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? 3 o'clock in the morning, dog. You know it.
For sure.
He called me.
Yeah.
Man, I'm doing too much. I was out doing this, and now I got a flat tire.
Yeah.
And look, and it's business related.
Yeah.
He working.
Yeah.
But he got a flat, and it's 3 in the morning.
Hold on, you know what? Here. I got this one. I'm a chill.
So,
right on.
It's 3 in the morning. He called me. I got a flat.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what you need? I'm in traffic, cause I'm leaving the music studio out in Bell Fountain.
Oh, okay, bet.
So he say, I need a jack and a 4-way. I'm like, Man, I'm in my truck. I'm not in my car. But if it's a jack and a 4-way somewhere around, I go get it.
Bet that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm close to you now.
Damn right.
But my house real far. They got to go there and come back. We'll be out here all night.
Right.
Man, he was like, look, I called Taylor. Taylor say, I got a jack and a 4-way. So if you can come over here and grab it, you can get it right now.
Nice.
He's like, bro, I would leave, but I literally have so many guests at my house right now.
Yeah.
I can't be the one to pull off. Yeah. But anybody that could pull up, I said, say less.
Yeah.
He's like, what you need me to do? I'm like, nothing. We got it from here.
Yeah.
I called Taylor. Where you at, squad? He said, I'm at the crib. I'm like, bro, send me wherever you need me to pull up to get the jack and the 4-way.
Yeah.
I pull up. I'm like, I'll either get it to you or I get it to Siraj.
Sure.
He was like, man, look, this is the jack, this is 4-way. I ain't even worried about it. Just go get bruh.
Yeah.
I go get bruh. We put the tire together real fast. Real fast.
Yeah,
You already know,
yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Wasn't nothing.
No doubt.
And he all like, I'm going to drop it off to him. I'm like, you sure? Because I can double back. He's like, nah, bro. I want this thing to go full circle. I'm going to tell him thank you and everything myself. I'm like, all right, cool, bro.
Bet.
Man. You don't
Real
know,
life.
You don't know when you're going to need
For
know
real,
what I'm saying?
Real life,
dog.
dog.
For real.
I mean,
Real
money
life.
definitely is a tool too, as well, right?
Yeah.
And that's definitely what I use it as.
It's super
a tool.
facts. Yeah.
Because if you got a lot of money, you could definitely get
Maneuver.
yourself out, maneuver out a lot of situations. But if you got brothers that do this and that, like Sequoi is a hell of a artist. I don't know why he ain't talking about his artistry not only as
we gonna get to it. Yeah.
but as a painter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, cold with it too. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
And I can shout out some other.
He
people
showed
too,
me.
but man,
He showed me the other day when we were on the street. Trust me, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, for sure,
All right,
for sure.
right on.
Appreciate
All right,
that,
we
bro.
gonna slide.
I got a story though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Over there, that's
go
good,
ahead,
yeah.
drop it.
man, so I was on the phone doing a little survey when I was a kid. I was probably about 12, 13 years old. My uncle and my uncle and my brother was drinking all day. They had been hanging and shit over there at my grandma in my house. So we chilling back. We sitting back, they sitting back chilling. I guess uncle wanted to run to the store again. My brother then, bought some beer for him and everything. He like, run me to the store again, bro. Like, I'm finna burn out. My old lady my BM just pulled up. His wife now just pulled up, and he like, I'm finna go. He like, yo, bitch ass nigga, you can't take me to the store. And, Uncle burnout type deal. So it was just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So bro looking like, man, I got something for you. You say, what now? So in the midst of all that, I'm taking a survey in the back room. I heard a commotion jump off, you know what I'm saying, in the kitchen. So I'm on the phone. I'm like, damn, hold on. I'm telling these people, hold on or whatever. They like, this, you can't tell us to hold on. We paying you $100. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I need this $100. They finna send this to me. These the new shoes I need. You hear me?
Come on, dog.
So long story short.
This shit hilarious.
Man, long story short, man, my brother done hit my uncle in the head and shit with his own cane.
Oh
His
shit.
shit got the bleeding and shit. Brother jumped downstairs, ran down the stairs real fast. Boom, finna go to the car to grab a bat. You know what I'm saying? Out of his old lady car.
What?
Cause he is just in a rage because he feel disrespected. He like, you got me fucked up.
Yeah.
No, my brother. He
Yeah.
just like ready to just, you know what I'm saying? So I see the door open and shit. I run downstairs. I close the door. He running back to the door with the bat in his hand. I'm like, nah, bro. I had to close the door. You know what I'm saying? So if I wasn't there engaged with my family, shit could have went left. Bro could have went back to jail. I could have lost my uncle. You know what I'm saying? My grandparents would have been traumatized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right in front of us.
yeah.
And it's just like,
That's it.
I talked to bro later on in life about it, and he was like, when he got down to the end of the street, he looked back because he came back to himself and out the rage. And as a black men, we quick to just use that tool because we learned that from so many high-headed people. You know what I'm saying? We got to use different tools in different situations to handle these things.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Preach.
yeah, that's definitely a situation. I was like, man, just by me engaging in that, I didn't stop the situation completely, but like, you know what I'm saying? I stopped it from going any further. You know what I'm saying?
You know, if you didn't, it could have went
Yeah, by me
all the
sitting
way.
there making sure I get this $100
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah.
I made sure see what the fuck going on with my family because I heard commotion.
Yes.
And
yes.
that, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's what I value.
Hey, that's real life.
That's real in the motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Those are those type situations. All right, now I want to get Sequoi real quick. Bring me back to it. Your parents, your mother started the real estate. Your dad, where's your dad at in this?
Right now, probably somewhere
Back then
in Florida.
not right now.
I know,
But,
chilling.
yeah.
Probably back then, actually, somewhere in Florida.
For real? Okay.
Yeah, not like that, but
Okay.
he was doing a lot of military stuff, and he was doing a lot of acting stuff too.
Okay.
So, and also big shout out to my pop because he do a lot of construction. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, man, real life.
Right on.
Everybody was just kind of putting it all together. Like I said, we a close knit family.
Yeah.
We was all my mom and pop married.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't, we not on that.
Yeah.
It's just as a kid.
Yeah.
I think that I might be having a moment. Maybe they was a little smart enough to see that the shit I was gonna be fucking learning in school wasn't gonna be the shit I was gonna be needing for real life.
Yeah.
So they sent not my grandmother, my great grandmother, because she was already doing what she was doing in regards to who she was working with.
Right.
So I think now it's more strategic.
Right.
I was 5 years old. I know how to play the piano, the sax, the drums, the guitar. You know
At
what
5?
Bro.
Well, you left that out. What
you
you
put
mean?
your hand like a bubble.
Yeah.
And then I'm telling you, squeezing tennis balls. This is where you learn
Yeah.
all of it. I wasn't mastering it. I ain't these Japanese kids.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With my bad hashtag, I love Japan. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I gotta say right there, my fault. But you know what I mean.
But yeah, no doubt.
It was just a difference.
Okay. So here's my question to you then. When did I'm good. I'm good. I got mine. If I do the rotation with y'all, I'm not gonna have no questions. What is it? When did you? Was it high school when you came back here in 9th grade? Was it high school when you started with the acting in the art? But when did the acting in the art start?
Ish. I kind of knew it. I ain't gonna lie. Around the 3rd grade, I think that's why I was pulled. All right, fuck that. I forgot. We can just talk. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? No, we can just talk.
Right.
When I was in about the 3rd grade, when I was about to get pulled out, they entered me into some program. I was going to a county school.
Okay.
Here. And they put me in a program, and it was a mentor program.
Okay.
There we go. McGrath Elementary.
Okay.
That's where everybody goes to Brentwood.
Right.
So they put me in a program without my parents knowing, called the mentor program.
They didn't tell your parents?
No.
That don't seem like that's legal.
But I'm kind of savvy.
Okay.
And that's the point. So the mentor was a white woman.
Yeah.
Who was to speak with me on the last hour of every day.
Yeah.
About what's going on in my life.
Yeah.
Now I felt like she was digging, and it was dry snitching because of the tone of questions she was asking.
Right.
But I also was a chubby kid who wanted to get ice cream on that last hour of the day. Because life be stressful when you in the 3rd grade.
It do.
You know what I'm saying? So I had real life conflicted. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was already hustling. I had bro, I was getting like fucking $1 oatmeal cream pies and 12 in a box of them, a quarter each. I had Kool-Aid and sugar I take from the crib, bro. I be selling. Put your hand out, bro. I had it, dog. Everybody in the school.
Stop, hold up, man. You was selling Kool-Aid and sugar in powder form, my dude.
Bro, where you? Let them know something, dog. Let them know
Are
something.
you fucking?
It's not a myth, dog. It's not a myth.
Funny. My man got homemade pixie sticks out the smoke. Like what?
Because we came from a time where pixie sticks wasn't no thing.
Right.
We had one once, and we like, bro, we could do that. My brother like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
My friend told me. Your friend told you about this? So you know, man. Everything was word of mouth back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just you knew somebody. How you beat Mortal Kombat? You just knew somebody with the code. Nobody bought the book. You know what I'm saying? We learned that fatality the hard way, dog.
Right.
The blood code in my mind for life. ABACABB. I got you. We playing with the blood.
I was a Street Fighter dude, but I feel you.
Man,
I know this shit too, though.
Yeah.
I get that. Yo, T, where it come from with you? Like, because I see where he get his entrepreneurial spirit from. Where do you get yours from? Because you have that.
Ooh, it kind of developed, man. Because like I say, I had a good childhood. Don't get it misconstrued.
Right.
My grandparents raised me right and stuff. I just had moments, you know what I'm saying? Everybody family has. I would say, I definitely put in them 10,000 hours, I say, in a career.
Nice.
I didn't, my first passion, one of my, besides like sports would be like cars.
Okay.
And like I said, I don't know if I told you before, HPG kind of came from a car club type of deal before.
Right. Yep. You did say that. Yep.
So, boom.
And HPG is what?
High pressure.
Tell me about HPG real quick.
Before it was high pressure growers or just?
No, just to let people know. Just people that's not familiar.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, I'm one of the founders of HPG. You know what I'm saying? High pressure growers. We cultivate cannabis here in St. Louis.
Fire ass cannabis.
Medical,
Very
you know,
fire.
organic,
Super.
living soil, you
Big
know what I'm
vouch.
saying? So tap in with us if you're a connoisseur, but we
Even if
more
you're
so
not.
was on the medical side of
Say
it with
word.
it from the beginning, you know what I'm saying, out the gate. So that's what we on. So we small batches, you know. But tap in with us if you want to set up grows. We teach people how to grow, all type of different things. If you got any ideas or anything with cannabis and you need a direction to go, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up on _HPG 2019.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Whatever you need.
That's what's up, and I appreciate you putting it out there. I wanted you to do that. Do you have a time though, like a thing like your first maybe entrepreneurial type memory where you like, oh, okay, I do this and I get money. I do such and such. I get, you know what I'm saying? Do you have anything like that? Like a memory like back in the day, because what I'm saying, because the one thing, the reason why I say that,
it's always been like the hustle, like flipping little stuff. It wasn't like no particular thing though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It'd always be some little licks or something to do. I would say more so than anything, I definitely was a hustler. It wasn't, I ain't gonna glorify it to talk about it.
Right.
It wasn't too bad either. It just, I definitely would get by with it.
Right.
One of them things definitely I would probably say, like I say, as I got older, it influenced what I do to this day is, learning the different systems and learning what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Learning who you are as a person, learning, what you want out of life, and be okay with it. I wasn't okay with just being a part of that system overall and just be cool. And like I say, I'd rather make an impact. You know what I'm saying? Than sit back and take some money or fiat. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my biggest thing, and it was just like, what can I do? And it's just like I got a lot of talent in different things, and it's just like I got to share my talent. I can't hold it to. So like I said, I got merch on me right now. I got new designs and shit I done created. You know what I'm saying? I always do the merch. I always got different hustles to fall back on, even though, like I said, I'm not in that system or that trade no more. I still do it for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question?
Before we leave, I want to see that too before we leave.
Yeah. But what really gave you your passion for doing agriculture specifically?
Man, it hit different. Like I
never really not like that.
I was working a job. I was like, man, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like it get me by. It's money. It's good money. Yeah. But it wasn't it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't cool with just sitting back and like, I did 30 years doing this shit. And this is what I got the show for, but I wasn't comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make it more of an impact. Right. And I'd rather get it this way, a different way. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, nah. And I had to figure it out. So it was just like, I started off as a hobby growing cannabis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Started off as a hobby, and then it was just like, okay, what's the goal with this shit?
Right. What's the
I'm like, damn, I got to figure this shit out. I got to get better with it, grow, you know what I'm saying? How can I get my shit to taste just like Cali? Right. Or how can I, perfect my craft? So I just did my research, you know what I'm saying, and working a job, and then it got to a point where it was just like, this can be, you know what I'm saying, this, time is of the essence, or it's just opportunities this way too, and it was just being substantial, you know what I'm saying, or just being able to maintain, not only maintain, but be substantial, and so it was just like, 2 incomes always gonna be better than 1.
Always.
Yeah. But if you got multiple ways you can get it on an income for yourself, why not? Because you got different shit to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, it's different times of the year, different times of things pick up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be your core breakdown or, a lot of events or a lot of things going on where a lot of people are enjoying themselves and indulging in cannabis, you know what I'm saying, recreationally. And then you got times of, you know what I'm saying, when people need different new wardrobe. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't no one trick pony, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Palmer in the zone for saying that. He came up with that. I'll run with it. But
shout out to Palmer.
I hustle in multiple ways, you know what I'm saying? I'm also an event promoter. You learn different hustles. You learn different things by you tapping in with different people.
Always.
And I had to change circles up in order to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you learn, you know what I'm saying, from those. And then not only that, you can give back and just be around, just be yourself. Like I say, learn yourself and what you want out of life, and then surround yourself by those type of people. No doubt. And you gonna eventually be those people. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? And then just take whatever you was raised or how you was brought up and shine with it. You know what I'm saying? Or put forth that talent you got and just run with this shit and whatever you doing.
See, you
gonna make an impact.
You need to be a preacher or a motivational speaker.
You gotta put it
like,
out there.
One of them two, you know what I mean? Like, he
So,
need to do this.
He need to do like a daily thing where you come out
should,
there
like a daily affirmation.
Like, hey, bro,
get
get your life together, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I was kicking it last night, so I'm really just off the dome with this shit. I really ain't no script, none of that. It's just off the dome.
Yeah,
I'm definitely a positive person, so you know what I'm saying. If you need some inspiration or something like that, I'm definitely gonna walk you through it. But it ain't gonna be easy. I tell you that too.
Yeah, you need to be a preacher or one of them shits. Okay,
I was laid down here, but I still made it.
You did, because I knew you was going to. Damn right. For sure. All right, Coy, for you, tell me. So what did you start to get? What did you start to get the most notoriety from? Was it from the art or was it from the acting?
Oof. Let me see. A little bit of both.
Okay.
They kind of came hand in hand. I was doing a lot of art stuff at the same time as a lot of acting stuff.
Okay.
And then some people from each realm saw one of one. It was people from the art community that came out on accident and saw me in a theater play. Big shout out to Fannie Levy and Call the Conscious.
Okay.
Yep, that's a black-owned theater company. Big shout out to Aquarium Rising. That's another black-owned theater company. Okay. We just sold out a show last month called Johnny Taylor Is Gone, talking about the Zodiac Lounge.
Okay.
So again,
the spot, the Zodiac Lounge.
Yeah.
Wow. Over on Grant.
Yep.
That's my old dude's stomping ground right there.
Hey,
see? A lot of people stomping ground.
For sure. I used to have birthdays every year up there.
No.
Hell no.
I used to kick it, boy. We had some times up there. Shout out, man.
What's up?
Like I say.
Yeah, so that was the point. But written by Gregory Carr.
Where do y'all perform at?
Everywhere.
Okay.
The theater companies themselves. I work with a bunch of theater companies.
Yeah.
And I do a bunch of film stuff. Shout out Team Wood Films. My boys too. You already know.
Yeah, damn right.
They're my guys. But we work with everybody in the city.
Yeah,
we work with everybody outside the city. But it's just more about which realm is the best for the venue.
Right.
Yeah.
We did what was it? The St. Louis events down at the Zach Theater. We did the St. Louis Shakespeare Festival out in the Kirkwood Theater. We did Midsummer Night Dream. You know what I mean? So it's just depending on the realm of where you're gonna be doing the acting is where it's gonna go.
Personal note, how is the Zach building? I've heard good things. How was that mug?
It's really nice. It was great when we did the Johnny and Allen. I can't remember really. Okay. But the stage was cool. They even have like an extension for a 10-foot stage that you can put out there.
Okay.
So big shout out to the Zach. Big shout out to the restaurant Turn that's on the inside. It's a black-owned restaurant. The chef is amazing.
Inside of there?
Yes.
Nice.
The chef is amazing.
Okay.
They got them fries.
Bet.
Truffle fries, dog.
Oh, truffle fries be that.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's a black-owned restaurant inside of where the Zach Theater building is too.
Okay.
So
that's what's up. T, you throw a lot of events. You ever throw anything or have anything in there? Or
as far as what, like
at it, like throw an event in there or vend at an event in there?
His event or
no, at the Zach building. Just a quick question about the Zach building.
Yeah, I've been there. Rooftop. Shout out to what's his name? He on this side too. Captain Mo Green. Yeah, I did.
I heard about his
stuff.
Yeah,
with him up there. Okay, vended at his events.
Okay, cool.
And
good experience.
He definitely didn't put on some shows. You know what I'm saying? That's even in the rain, they popped out. At least 400 people was on that roof. You know what I'm saying? Like it was dope.
I heard his joints be dope.
And they definitely supported. Shout out to Captain Mo Green. That was a nice event, bro. Especially last one. I came. He skipped a year this year or like this past year, but bring that back. A running back, man. I don't know what the hold up is, but if you need some help, man. Hit me up, man.
Come on, Cap. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out to him. He's local, right?
Yeah, he's local.
Okay,
yep, he's local.
I'm gonna have him on the show. All right,
he's a caregiver for sure. You know what I'm saying? He been doing the medical thing since the beginning. I know when when HPG did his first pop up event, we was on the south side. Check me out. We was at a skating rink and
nice.
He was there. A couple other brands
Stadium?
was there. Yeah.
That's the joint. That's the joint. That's the joint.
Nice.
That's the joint. I remember when I first found out about it, went in there, I was just like, oh, this is like a old school. This is like from back in the day.
Shout out to I gotta shout them out because I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. That was definitely one of them spots where I was comfortable with leaving a steady income or that system to do my own thing because it was just like I made what I make in 2 weeks in 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was just like,
talk about it.
Clock
you
that.
know what I'm saying? Life is what you make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't do nothing too crazy because you know what comes with what. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't want to glorify what you was talking about, what it started from because I always been, you know, in the game in a way. I just now started to grow and do my own branding and shit like that. Right. But I always been, you know what I'm saying, since high school type of deal.
Right.
You know, it ain't nothing new.
Okay.
And then just, you know, your environment, you know what I'm saying, you gotta sell something. You gotta sell something. You know what I'm saying? It's like what you gonna do? You gonna sell yourself if you clocking, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's producers and consumers.
Yeah.
It's just life in general.
That's what it is.
If you got ideas and shit like that, don't sit back and be fearing and shit. Try that shit out or go for it. Or just give it a chance. You never know what'll come about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never thought I would be, you know what I'm saying, doing this shit for real. I thought I'd be still turning wrenches or, you know what I'm saying, punching the clock for somebody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. For real. So it's just like, it is what it is. You know, you make what you make it.
I feel you. And that's all life is, for real. All right.
Long as you hustle at whatever you do, you're gonna be good and you're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, bro, that's facts. So. Like, bro, even if you make spoons, you're selling spoons. If you're the best spoon salesman on the earth, you're gonna make $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody eats with spoons.
Everybody use spoons.
You need a spoon.
Bro. It's
you
an
can't
easy
eat
sell,
without the
bro.
motherfucker.
I fuck with spoons.
You need it for soup.
Just
soup,
like
I know that.
Just like a doorknob. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna open the door if you ain't got no doorknob?
You know?
Come on, every door gotta have the doorknob.
Preach.
You know
Preach. She going off.
All
right.
It's plenty material. It's resources out here, man. You just gotta take advantage.
It really is, and you can't put your head in the ground and be like, I don't know what to do.
Just be creative. You hear me? I'm just trying to inspire.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, Coy, help me out with because I'm gonna jump into we got a little overtime we doing today on High Off the Glass. So I got a question for you. This organization that I can't get the name right for.
Go do something great.
Go do something great that actually does great stuff. How did Go Do Something Great come about?
Man, I want to know that.
Me and my brother Wendell Harrington were trying to figure out a way that we could do something for the community because we had a reality check.
Did y'all ever tease him with Mr. Wendell? Yeah.
So much that's still the ringtone. I hope he called my phone while we're here.
Please, I hope he does.
Nah, for real. But no, literally, we were just trying to figure out. We had some things happen.
Okay. What y'all have happen?
A bunch. I figured he gonna come in here and be a guest because it's more of his part of the story.
Okay.
And I want him to be able to tell it the right way.
Okay.
But just there's a lot more involvement.
But
in that,
over here,
we all right now. We cool. So we all right. Paperwork signed.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Statute of limitations just about up. We cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah. But one day we will talk about it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Talk about it on High Off the Glass then.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to invite him.
Okay. So y'all had some stuff happen. Please.
And we figured that we wanted to help some other people out. And one of the first ideas that we had is if we could start educating people. We ain't necessarily want to teach them ourselves, but what's a good way we can educate people? We can send books to school. We can help people write. Maybe we can teach people math. All that stuff costs money. I don't know if we have.
Right.
Well, what's the way we can get a whole lot of people? Where is a whole lot of people going to be at once? That's what we need to figure out. When the homeboys like, nigga, jail. I was like, facts.
Yeah.
Straight up prison.
Yeah.
And I was like, if we could send some books to prisons, then at least my brothers can get educated. And then
that's where y'all started. That's amazing.
That's where it started.
That is amazing.
Yep.
That is amazing.
Yeah, dog. We initially called it Books for Crooks, but that was another organization. Somebody else took the name, dog. Somebody else took the names, man.
Fucking name y'all came. That was the name y'all came up with.
Somebody else took the name. Shout out to whoever Books for Crooks is. I hope y'all still out there doing it.
Stop playing with me.
If you need an STO branch, I help. But yeah, initially.
But somebody already had.
Somebody already had the name. We couldn't get it out. We couldn't legally. We couldn't legally use the name, so
I'm laughing because it's hilarious because it's true. It's true. Yeah. That's what makes this so good. Keep going.
Yeah, dog. So
Good.
Then we found out there was a whole lot of tape around it because we started getting donations for people before we actually started doing paperwork to send them to the prisons. Our mistake.
What, red tape? What do you mean tape around it?
Yep.
Oh,
the prison was like, you can do that, but it has to come directly from the printing company. It can't come from individuals on the street because they'll be trying to put a file and a birthday cake inside a book. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit. Where
you already know. Or dipping. They were literally telling me they will put pages dipped with acid and send books to make sure that they can. You know what I'm saying? So all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So we was just like, all right, cool. Yeah. And after that, I wanted to. My allergies was real bad because all the pollen. Big shout out to Sal Martinez and NLF groups and Dwayne from Neighborhood Leadership Fellows. The whole thing is, bro, it's too much pollen in the area. So 85, I think, % of all trees in North America are male. So we was like, what if we planted fruit trees that's female, and then that way we'll have apples and stuff growing down the streets. It'll fight homelessness. And it'll help fight the pollen because my personal allergies are real bad. Yeah, we found a company with Grace Wolf and all the other people I mentioned, and we started to plant like pear trees up on Grand, where the water tower is. Siraj, Artez map. A lot of people were involved in this.
What?
These my guys. That's why I said, man, we've been doing this in different areas, but when our paths crosses that. So that's what I wanted my foundation to do, and it ended up just being the bros. So I'm like, well, we got it accomplished, but I still grew up with asthma as a little kid.
Yeah.
So we came up with a program called Room to Breathe.
Wow.
Where we can send kids that don't have health insurance inhalers and asthma pumps. So, yeah, after that, then I hooked up with my business partner from Escrow, Roland Burrow, who is a very profound painter. Big shout out to the Roland Burrow Foundation. They give grants out to kids so they can even study the arts.
Wow, shout them out.
Yeah. So Ro wanted to do something involving music. So me and him started doing murals and paintings around the city.
Okay.
And we start coming up with crazy ideas to do music, and then that's when the art kicked in.
Okay.
And he was like, look, you have a nonprofit foundation. We should start doing shows.
Yeah.
So we start doing art shows. Big shout out to Herb Arts. Big shout out to Cave. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Different spots that allowed us to do these art shows.
Right.
And then that's where the foundation start kind of coming at a medium because now the artists start taking off.
Yeah.
So my team ended up having different reasons to move on different sides of the country. And it's just kind of, it was initially me and Wendell. So now it's still me and Wendell, but now we also have Jay, we got LA, we got Rataka, Josh. Excuse me.
That is amazing. That the levels
and
to
Asia
this.
Nightbrooks. So
Okay. The levels to this. Take your time, brother. The levels to this that you had to. The way you just described that, it was like you just created a Lego set, and it was the fucking three different level Lego set that you just explained of how you started.
I'm remembering,
right? Of how you started your org.
Like,
that
that's
was
why
amazing.
a lot of people don't know why I shout Siraj out so much.
Yeah.
Before we were ever collaborating on everything.
Yeah.
It'd be like, man, y'all know him. That's my real life friend. You know, I was like, that's my dog. And then we'll figure out that it's whole entire neighborhoods that need help.
Right.
Big shout out to Better Family Life.
Yes.
Yeah. Do a lot of work with them.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Shabazz.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Specifically.
My boy, yes.
You know? But yeah, it all overlaps because it seemed like big shout out to the Lord.
All overlaps.
Every time I be looking for some
like
help.
All overlaps, dog.
Yeah, every time I look for some help, the help ends up being somebody that I know or a few degrees separated from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't so hard to reach.
Yeah.
It's like I could literally. Siraj was like, I know one person I could call at 3 a.m. with a jack and the phone one. You know what I'm saying, dog? I mean, literally, dog. Literally.
This man.
He was like, he knew I'd be up and doing stuff because I'm in the art studio or the music studio late at night anyway.
Yeah.
He said, I know who I could call, bro. He'd get up. I know it. I'm like, man.
That is
so.
Wow.
Again, it's just about the brotherhood, the fellowship.
That was a night.
You part of my 3 a.m. squad. Now I can call you for anything. You know what I'm saying? So,
man,
it's a good move, bro.
Man. That was dope. I love the way your organization has started. Man,
yeah, it looped back in. It's still just me and the brothers that I trust the most.
Right.
Respect is given to everybody on site.
Yeah.
You only get trust as you build that up with time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you can only it has to be practically applied.
That's right.
I can't hand you some trust.
Right. You have to earn this shit.
You know what I'm saying, dog? You know,
right.
so.
Say the name again. Say the name of the org.
Go Do Something Great Foundation.
Go Do Something Great.
Yep.
Go Do Something Great.
Yep.
All right. So I see the same thing with you, T. Like you, Taylor, you with your company HPG, which you explained, but you know what you do with Black Men Build, bro. Like,
oh man,
how did you when you? Hell, I feel like you one of the founding members of that mug. Cause ever since I've heard of it, I've known of you. I known of you first, then I heard of that mug.
Oh,
so
sure.
like, tell me how did you jump off so tough with them? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Because you do great things with them.
Oh, definitely, man. Appreciate that.
More
man,
than welcome.
how we jumped off, man. It just was one of them things where it was the opportunity, right space, right. Like he said, shout out Better Family Life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big shout out.
What's Better Family Life? Both of y'all done said them already. Who is that? What are they?
So it's
I've heard of them too.
Yeah, what you think? It's well, Better Family Life is a non-profit organization.
Yeah, it's definitely a non-profit.
Okay,
that is
been
located
around.
at 5415 Page, and they've transformed a school into more than a school. It's like a school. It's an outreach. They do programs for the youth. They
got
do
different
art
departments.
programs.
Wow.
Yeah, they got different
Housing.
everything.
Where they get funding from? Who funds them?
Different grants and things of that nature, of course, but it's also black.
It's black owned.
Black owned.
It's black
Oh,
owned.
word.
Shout out to the Muhammads.
Okay.
Yeah, Malik and Deborah.
Yeah, Sister the Boy.
And they,
brother and
they
sister,
Muslim?
yeah, brother.
And
Bet.
yeah,
Yeah,
I want to say he
Life.
started that org in his basement back in the 80s.
Literally, yeah.
Like right around the corner from over there, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, now it's a couple million
Yeah.
for sure.
For sure.
And then like I forgot how many
Couple million what? Deep?
like worth.
Yeah,
you know
worth.
What I'm saying? Like
Worth a couple million. Wow.
Yeah, they
$4
budget
billion or something.
is most of the Page area.
Yeah.
And it's a private organization.
Well, yes, but of course it's more of like a black-owned entity. They're a community resource center more than everything.
For sure.
Because look, I don't know the necessary 501c3 status or the LLC 1099s that they do.
It's not our.
But what I do know is their specific dedication is to helping the community out.
Right.
Definitely.
And that's why they named that
And
company.
they got an entrepreneur program.
Yeah. They got a homeowner program.
Homeowner program. They got a lot of different resources, man. If
They
you
got an
need
Amarin
anything,
program.
Just tap in. Yeah, if you need
got
like
an
assistance with your utilities.
Yeah.
But they finna end that funding. That funding is finna deplete. We also was handing out food. I don't know if you ever tapped in or seen us handing out food in the summertime.
Yeah,
They,
Where at?
handing out produce at
we was handing out
5415
boxes
Page
of produce
at their home base.
on their campus.
No, I haven't. Well, no, I don't think I drove.
So we was doing
drove
like a
through that in
food
the summer.
drive.
Yeah.
The funding for that has depleted this year.
Wow.
So we won't be doing that this year.
Wow.
And we done. I know I done at least twice, maybe 3 times. 3 years in a row for sure.
Yeah.
So
I'm okay. So tell me, okay.
just tapping in, helping out. So
Thank you for going off on that because I've heard so much about them. Like I said, I've heard of them before, but both of y'all mentioned them heavily, and so do other stand-up people in our community. So I want to know more. Tell me how your connection with Black Men Building, what y'all doing?
oh, definitely. So man, right now what we got going, to be honest with you, what I'm a part of is the Penrose open air market. We basically trying to bring a Sioux Lord market to the north side.
Bad because that's a food desert over there, isn't it?
And then it just promote entrepreneurship as well. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like you said. It's a food. It ain't nothing but fast food over there.
Yeah, food desert. Food desert is when it's like there's no
and nobody doing nothing with the land
store,
right there either. So it's just one of them things where it'll benefit not only the area, the community. It'll help us reignite the north side. You know what I'm saying? So. And move in the right direction. So I feel like, you know, and that's some kind of, I ain't gonna say simple, but with dealing with the right folks, we can break ground 2026. You know what I'm saying?
Go, man,
and have it going. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AC, man, with the Loud Bank.
Shout out to
AC all day. Shout out to him. Brother got some good products over there.
Then also, like I said, with Black Men Build, we do the wartime roundtables where anybody is open to it, you know, all ages, all women.
Shout out to Hasa.
Yeah, shout out to Hasa. You know what I'm saying?
Who we were trying to have on the day. The brother was going to come on because I talked to Taylor first, and then I called him, and Taylor hooked us up with each other. We talked, and the brother was going to make time out of nowhere to do the show, but he got recruited by Black Men Build to go over to by Action St. Louis to go do traffic at West Florissant and O'Fallon, where the YMCA with my daughter gonna be going to camp at this year and stuff. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, we love the community. You know what I'm saying, my lady don't work too far from there. So what is it? So that brother had to go do traffic right over there. So thank you, Hasa, for coming on, cause making the time for us. Go ahead, T.
Oh, definitely, man. Yeah, shout out to Hasa, man. He definitely the lead facilitator. You know what I'm saying. Over there at the FCC or whatnot.
Every Monday.
Yeah, every other Monday. Yeah, every other Monday. So this Monday coming up, we got one. At the FCC, like you said early in the podcast.
Right. Say it again. Tell the people again.
What is it? 20 South Sarah and Forest Park. The the code?
Yeah, CIC building.
CIC building.
CIC building.
Yep. And you'll see signs on the building. You'll see signs on the building or whatever, and you can call that number if the door is locked. And they'll let you in. But also tap in with Black Men Build on Instagram, and you can tap in with Siraj or AD, all the info. Even if you're not even on Instagram, you can type in Black Men Build STL, and it'll pop up, and then you can see their info, their number, so you can contact them for anything you need.
Damn right. I'm gonna
assistance. You know, we've definitely been active out there, help cleaning up.
Yes, y'all have.
You know what I'm saying? And also torping, you know. I ain't no contractor, nothing like that, but I commend the brothers that have been getting up there. We have some members definitely getting up there and help torping those, you know what I'm saying, castles as I call it, you know what I'm saying, for sure.
But, a lot of tarps needed.
Definitely, man. It's definitely a progress of moment, you know what I'm saying. I definitely say I see the work that we got to do, and I see the work we have done. So I commend that, you know what I'm saying. We just got to keep going and moving forward with it. And like I say, Black Men Build organization is definitely there to meet the moment. Right. So we boots on the ground. We're gonna be active. We're gonna be engaged. You know, we definitely here for liberation. Yeah. So
y'all been doing it,
peace,
man.
Power, and love, y'all. Peace to the nines.
I'm proud of y'all that we got y'all, man, and that we have an organization like that that's actually doing it. This is my question to you. There's so many different organizations. You know, black organizations, multicultural, whatever, that do similar things. What made you link up with them so tough?
Like I say, it was just opportunity. And like I say, being, as opportunities come about, right, me being big in agriculture, it just was only right. It just, you know what I'm saying, like I say, the connections we got in so many different ways. And I just found out some more news that one of my partners, you know what I'm saying, part of HPG, end up being basically a cousin of Siraj. You know, they end up being cousins. You know what I'm saying? It's wild.
Classic St. Louis type shit right there. You know what I'm saying?
So it's just wild, bro. You know what I'm saying? Going through through this devastation. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get to pulling up, they get to seeing, they be like, "Dang, that's my cousin." I'm like, "Nah, that's my cousin." Yeah. Like, for real, this. Yeah. And then you be like, "Man, that's your cousin through cousin," and it's like, man, we all connected in some way, man.
Word.
So it was just only right, man. Like I say, on so many levels. Even back then, it was just right. You know what I'm saying? Me and Sequoi made connections in different ways with different family members, because I used to be tapped in, like I say, back in my younger day, and I definitely be over there sitting back, hollering at the my big cousins, my big peoples and shit, tapping in with them and moving and jamming or whatever you call it. You know. So and like I say, I was on Kings Highway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
you
St. Louis
know,
only
that
so
was
big. Like where you
Right,
from?
right.
Like
That
them
was the whole
streets and
thing.
like where you from? Like means something. Like you gonna know somebody, family, relative,
Yeah.
and such. And like we just had big
easy to
impact
figure it
on so many levels. Like you know, man, whether it be in sports, little city where we make a lot of noise. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be in sports, you know what I'm saying, or it could have been on some entertainment like back in the day. Look at Red Fox, for instance, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of great people came from her, you know what I'm saying, for sure, that made impacts in just the culture or just in the world or the USA in general. So,
no doubt.
you know, we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, right. At all. At all.
Yeah,
we ain't going nowhere.
At all. All right, Coy, tell me this. Where can people pull up, what is it, tomorrow, this upcoming week, this week, to help out? Where will you still be at West Florissant Fair? What you got going?
Honestly, we're going to be on West Florissant Fair the majority of the week.
Okay.
We're also going to be down at 4108 West Florissant at Angels Within, where we just had O-Fest.
Okay.
It was off the chain. Man. But honestly, I need everybody to kind of tap in with their own neighborhoods right now.
Word.
Yeah, facts.
Because here's the problem. Bro, it's raining. You know what I'm saying? It has been hidden. But if you can imagine, everybody over on my side still got open houses.
Yeah.
So if they didn't know what was open before, that rain gonna let them know.
Yeah.
And it's been letting them know.
Yeah.
So now it's just a different type of resource that everybody's trying to bounce back from for the next few days.
Right.
But we're gonna definitely be at the same location. We just now for the next few days are re-upping on supplies, as in like today. Oh no, only today. Today's Sunday. Yeah, we're right back out there on Memorial Day.
Bad.
And then we got some people we're going to be meeting up with on Cherokee Street.
Okay.
We looking to get into some buildings so we can start finding some places to put people whose homes don't even exist no more.
Right.
So that's what we're working on. Again, big shout out to Brennan. They've been out there tarping them roofs for real.
Right.
Literally.
For those who know places where they can actually put people. Hey. For those that actually know where they can put people that can do stuff, they actually have buildings. Hey, we have vacancy. Da 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 da. How can they get a hold of you?
Reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook at Sequoi _King SEQUOI _KING, or reach out via BMB STL. Because I'm pretty sure you can reach some of our community members, because there isn't a separation in the Go to Something Great Foundation from BMB by anything other than some legal piece of paper.
Right.
These my guys. I wouldn't care if every organization that was on the planet didn't exist no more.
Right.
If somebody say pull up in the way that they pulled up on me this week, we pulling up.
Yeah,
so,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's about that. All right, look. All right. T, tell me what it is. Like, what does Black Men Build have going on this week? I know tomorrow y'all have the meeting. We talked about 645.
Yeah.
At, say the address one more time.
20 South Sarah and
Parkway.
Forest Park.
Yeah, 20 South Sarah in the Parkway.
Cortex building, but it's a CIC building or whatever. But it's in the back, the
There you
FCC.
Go. Make sure y'all come out.
Shout out to the partners.
What's the BMB hub
address? The hub address, where we have it the next following Monday. If you can't make it this week, we have a wartime roundtable where everybody will be able to, all ages and women as well, come on out. And we talk about current events, policies and politics, and also literacy as well sometimes. And
where's that gonna be?
And also entrepreneurs, and then you you just come out and tap in, and we talk about a lot of different things that we make transparent. We're a non-partisan organization. We definitely vote on issues or just how they affect people. We worry about those things more so than anything. And like I say, the hub is located at 2006 South 8th Street.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, on 8th Street and Russell.
Yeah.
And big shout out to the Create Place. You can also make some donations there.
Definitely.
I know that they are always accepting donations, and we work in
right on
conjunction with them.
Create on Delmar?
No. On Washington and Jefferson. You got the address offhand?
It's on Washington. Yeah, it's not. It's like a block or two away from that. from the new soccer stadium. I can't think of the site.
Yeah, I can't think of the exact address. Either way, if you if they reach out to one of us or anybody at BMB, we can get them directed to the Create place.
Damn
Definitely,
right,
man.
damn right.
Definitely,
Also,
man.
too, what do y'all have? I can't wait to go to the meeting tomorrow, bro. For real, like I'm ready for that.
Also tomorrow, I ain't gonna lie, I might not make it to the meeting just because I know I'm be sitting up and I got an event tomorrow. So
Okay.
shout out to Big J, man. He bringing currency here. He be a hot job
yeah, talk about that.
for
Yep.
Memorial Day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Jet Life will definitely be in the building. We got a meet and greet early. Of course, if you got your tickets and stuff, everything out there, I'm damn near sold out. But it's gonna be a nice time. I think we got some physical copies, so hit me up if you need some physical copies. It's gonna be nice, man. We got 8 people local performing, and then Currency gonna perform, do his thing, and then I'm be vending. I got something special. I'm bringing out the jet machine, so I'm gonna smoke that mug out, man. It's gonna be nice, man.
Damn right. We already know.
I'm gonna kick it. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I won't have no cannabis for sale. It'll be all merch. Got the new merch. You're gonna see it here first.
Yeah, pull some of that out. Yeah.
Okay.
Because when T come out with his stuff, y'all,
He
comes out with some fresh little gear,
The
y'all.
hustle is real. You know
He
what I'm
really
saying?
do.
So,
Ooh, I like that.
yeah, we got some.
I like that.
We got some.
Okay.
Got some nice.
Flip the hood. Yeah.
You know.
Damn right.
You know, I got a couple other designs, but you know, you'll see that at the event
Yeah.
and whatnot. So,
I'm
but
with
yeah,
it.
man.
I'm with it. Do y'all have anything else this
Hats,
week
too.
that people can come volunteer for or help out at?
Oh, definitely,
Anything
man.
like that
I
y'all got
know,
going?
like I say, if you tap in more, we'll have more info on that. But it's kind of switching up daily, because I know we was helping out over there on the west, like off Cates,
Yeah.
and over there like Fountain Park a little bit. We was helping
Okay.
out and whatnot. So
Okay.
we kind of been moving around a little bit, just wherever people definitely need help. With getting stuff out of there, moving debris.
Right.
We definitely, not everybody can handle, or used to handling things with nails and all that stuff. So certain things we can't probably move. We try to give those that are, skilled in that area. But as far as like stacking bricks and sweeping and moving like tree debris and stuff like that, definitely we've been on top of things and making effort. And like I say, we got people out there torping roofs that are able to do so. I think we even just bought a $600 ladder, you know what I'm saying, a 40-foot ladder, you know what I'm saying. So we definitely been active and being a resource in the community and meeting the moment, like I said earlier, engaging.
Yeah, and they, don't forget they got the Hickey Elementary School.
Yeah,
That's 3111 Cora.
Cora, yeah.
Okay. Yep. So
We was
anybody
just there doing the cleanup.
Yep. So they
Hickey needed help.
Yeah, they still need help.
They still need
Okay.
help. It's a lot going on,
Yeah.
man. So
Okay,
if you
man.
ain't tapped in, if
for
you
real.
can tap in, please help. Anything helps. You know what I'm saying? You go around asking people how they doing, or they need a water or something, whatever. If anything you can help out, or just checking on people. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna take some time rebuilding this. You know what I'm saying? And building what we had and making it better. So, but it's up to us. We can't wait on nobody else to do it.
You sure, man? See that part, man. Come on, man. That is. Say that one more time for the people in the
You gotta
back.
meet that moment. You gotta meet that moment.
Say that we can't wait for no. Say that part.
We can't wait for nobody else to do it but us.
I mean, we can't, man. We can't. Okay.
Facts.
Oh, we got our hands on. Like somebody come help me. Somebody come. No. We out there. We helping each other.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that I loved about it, man. And that's what That's what I got sucked in with. Koi out here directing traffic, and it's people helping people. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody out there begging on some shit. Ain't no. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers out there. Asking and not willing to do the work. People willing to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Because they helping out each other. You know what I'm saying? So before we get out of here, Koi, tell the folks, man, what's something you got to tell them real quick before we get up out of here?
Want everybody to know. Big shout out. I wanted to make sure I checked it. The KRE number 8 PLACE, the Create Place. You can always drop off donations there. Ask for Trail of Ferg. I'm Sequoi, SEQUOI _ King, KING. I want to shout out my boy Taylor, man. That's what I really want to do. Because look, we've been on here for a long time. But my boy popped out when some stuff in my actual neighborhood came up. So on a whole different level, I want you to do the same thing to somebody in your environment, somebody in your realm.
No doubt.
In your community is somebody that needs your help directly, so reach out to them.
No doubt.
We gonna have some supplies if you need them. BMB always gonna have some supplies, but St. Louis a team, and me and Taylor gonna put them shirts out together hopefully sometime soon, man.
Oh, no doubt.
You already know the St. Louis a team shirts. What's up with them?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's it.
Tell the people how they can hook up with you. Go do something great.
Please reach out with me directly.
Did I get it right?
Yes.
I got it right. Oh, fuck yes. Yes. Go do something great. Go do something great. The organization is great. You goddamn right. I'm going to get this shit right. Fucking about goddamn.
Yes, please reach out to me directly. I got you. So please, via Instagram, via Facebook, Sequoi_King. Shout out to everybody in St. Louis. We know y'all out there trying to make it. A lot just happened. It got real serious. We're going to bounce back and come back even greater.
No doubt.
Shout out to Women's Shelter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they kill.
Shout out to HPG. You know, y'all know who y'all are.
All-star moving.
What I'm saying? Definitely, man. Shout out to Black Men Build. Tap in with us. If you want to donate, blackmen.build. You know what I'm saying, on the website. And it's a tab on there. You can donate.
Yeah, right.
We appreciate that. And anything helps. So, just know what's going on. Get active however you can. Until the next time.
Yo, that's what you see what it is, man. I got professionals over here, man. These brothers, they make this shit look so easy. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what the fuck they talking about and they know what they doing. Yo, thank you for tapping in with me this week, y'all. Thank y'all for taking the time. Yo, get out and help. It's not a fucking, like Josh Price said last week on the show, it's not a fucking a photo op. It's not that. These people are actually out here working for real. Like, get out here and put the work in. Don't put your fucking camera down. It's not about your camera and who with you and who, you know what I'm saying? It's not about you being outside. It's about you. It's about you fucking helping. So go help some people that need some fucking help. You know what I'm saying? OThaGreat, OThaGreat, Facebook, Twitter.
God got us.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So God got us, and let's get each other. You know what I'm saying? So let's do that. Yo, keep smoking, keep hooping. St. Louis, we rebuilding. I love y'all. We out. And thank you for all the men and women who gave their life to keep this country. We kind of free still, so you know what I'm saying. Thank you, y'all, because y'all gave y'all life for it.